Hey everybody, and welcome to this review of Clustertruck. Now, Clustertruck is a first-person platformer developed by Landfall Games and published by tinyBuild, and it's a lot of fun. It's also really difficult. So, what you're doing in Clustertruck is you are jumping across trucks and trying to get to a goal, which is just kind of at the end, and you're trying to get to it, and you finish the level. So there's 9 worlds, 10 levels in each, so 90 levels. In the campaign, there's also the ability to play custom-made levels made by the community, and yeah, that's basically the general premise of it. You're jumping from truck to truck, trying to get to the end. There's obstacles in the way, depending on what type of world it is. There's a bunch of different worlds. There's a snow world, an ancient world, a sci-fi world, and a bunch of others. And they all go based off their mechanics. They work in different ways. So like the sci-fi world has lasers, and if you get hit by the laser, you have to restart the level. In the snow world, everything's snowing and it's crazy and weird and stuff. And it goes as it goes on. Each world is harder than the last, with the last world being ridiculous, and the last level of that world being evil. Just literally evil. Ugh. It took me forever to finish it, but I did eventually finish it. So, yeah, that was difficult. Overall, the game is fun, but the last level did leave a bit of a bad taste in my mouth, which I was kind of unhappy about, because I'd liked the game up till then. Most of the levels had been difficult, but they were satisfying once I'd beaten them. So it wasn't ridiculous, and I felt like most of the time when I died, it's because I messed up, not because the game did something unfair. Though it does sometimes do unfair things, like the trucks don't always work in the same way. So sometimes one will stay in the center, but the next time you go through the world, it will like fall off the side of the map, which is kind of annoying. That doesn't work the same way every time, or at least very similarly. It works almost the same, but also it has some variance enough that it can mess with you a bit. There's also abilities that you can use to change how the game works. So there's movement abilities like a second jump, a jetpack, a grappling hook, a teleport, and they change how you can move, but not so much that it's like super easy. Like the teleport only takes you a certain distance, and it has to recharge. The grappling hook doesn't stay on that well, and has to recharge as well. Everything has to recharge. And then there's also abilities like there's an epic mode that makes it so you get double points when you're scoring stuff. You have to unlock the abilities by using points, and you can get more points by using the epic mode. And the epic mode also slows down time a little bit. And there's some other abilities that change how the game works, like you can slow down time, but it causes problems. It can rip holes in the fabric of the universe, which is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, so basically you're jumping across trucks and trying not to hit the ground or anything else, and trying to score points along the way so you can unlock more abilities. Overall, it's a fun experience, except for the last level. If you can't tell, I really hated that last level. It was evil. There is a trick to it, but I'm not going to say what it is. I spent hours on that. Hours on that level. And then also, by the end of it, your left pinky will really hurt because you'll be holding shift down, unless you have a different key configuration. But if you're normally using the normal one, and you're holding shift down with your left pinky, it's really going to hurt by the end of it, because you're usually holding the shift key like all the time. Just pet peeve of it. The performance was pretty good. There were a few hitches that made me unhappy, especially when you're at a really pivotal moment and then it freezes for a second and you're wondering if you're going to be able to hit the truck or if you're just going to die. So that's aggravating. But overall, the game is good. I know I've been saying some bad things, but overall, the game is good. It's fun. It's challenging, but rewarding. And the different abilities and movement styles are fun and enjoyable to use. Yeah, it's a pretty good game. I would recommend it. If you buy it, you should buy it. I would recommend buying it. Overall, I would give it probably an 8 out of 10. I don't know. My scores don't mean that much. I just put them to have them. The last level though is terrible. It's evil. Just the last level is evil. The last level is evil. Have you heard me say that enough? The last level is evil. But still a good game. Except for the last level. Yeah. So go out and buy it, or don't. I'll also have some just gameplay up if you want to watch that. Me playing it. Yeah. So if you think the game looks interesting, and you want to buy it, go buy it. I like tinyBuild. They're a cool developer. Put out a lot of interesting, fun games. I would recommend their other games as well, like Party Hard and other games are coming to mind. Yeah, like Party Hard. You can look for their other games. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you next time. Have a great day, and goodbye.